What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday over here. Bitcoin currently at about 26.6K, hanging on for its life right now, at least in the short term. That is my opinion. We're going to be taking a look into the Bitcoin charts, see what is exactly going on, because that could very much affect your altcoin setup. I've been talking about this. Bitcoin is the main driver of the crypto markets. If Bitcoin pulls back, a lot of these altcoins will pull back with it. So we're going to spend some time talking about Bitcoin charts. This is my first post of the day, so it will be into more detail about Bitcoin. The main topic of this video, though, will be about VRA, Verasity token. See what has gone on in this market since the last time I've talked about it. What has changed? Could there still be some upside ahead for VRA? What are some upside and downside price targets for this token, as well as some key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this coin to break either direction? I'm going to be giving you guys my personal opinion and what I'm personally doing in this market later in this video, so make sure to be staying around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor or am I an elite trader of any sorts, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets, and I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys are feeling the same way, if you guys are feeling pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. All right, so we do have Bitcoin right now at about 26.6K, okay? Down a little under 1% today. Okay, what is happening here? So I've been talking about this right here, right? Daily time frame got rejected by the daily 200 SMA. That 28K level was not going to be an easy level to break back above, and it proved so, right? Now, this price action did break down from that rising channel pattern. Talked about that as well. The measure move was about 26.1K. I removed some trend lines just so we can get a clearer look, but it looks like, it's getting there, right? However, since the price action has broken down, it is running within this falling channel now, which is typically a bullish pattern, right? It usually breaks to the upside. However, there is still a chance where it breaks down, okay? Right now, it is at the daily 50 SMA, hanging on to that moving average there, right? The daily 50 SMA is about 26.6K. If Bitcoin actually breaks down here, the next level I'll be looking at for support will be the the 3-day 200 SMA, which in my opinion is not very strong support at this time because it is downward sloping. Just based on my own observations, when you have a downward sloping moving average, it's usually not a very strong support. That is just my opinion. You guys let me know otherwise, okay? So that's basically what I'm seeing here. It's at a very dangerous zone for Bitcoin right now. So very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin right now. Let's take a look even into the smaller time frame here. See if we can get any clues on if this is going to be bouncing, okay? Even on the hourly time frame, okay? It looks like it is trying to break down from this falling channel, which is not good because falling channels usually break to the upside, okay? If we get a candle close here on this hourly time frame, on this falling channel here, it's not going to be looking good, at least in the short term, okay? So right now, what I'm really, trying to see is if this coin is going to, if Bitcoin is going to break out of this bigger falling channel on the daily time frame, and seeing if we can get any clues on if we can actually get a bounce here from the daily 50 SMA, okay? Now, my overall sentiment on this market, what I think this market is that it still looks bullish on the weekly time frame here, okay? Because Bitcoin has been able to stay away from this possible breakdown so far. Neckline is going to be about 24.7K, okay? it's going to be, I'm just going to say 24.7K just to be safe. Or 24.7, 24.8. Okay, just depending on the exchange that you're looking at. But the Coinbase chart here is telling me about 20. I'm just going to say 24.7K. The weekly 50 SMA is coming up to the pattern. So that would be likely support. Okay. Double top pattern here, right? Neckline, I'm just gonna say 24.7K. Measure move is going to be about 17.2K area. Measure moves are estimates only again, okay? It could be over and under, and there could be a lot of things that could happen in between. Go ahead and please Google all these trading concepts that you guys are hearing from me in this video. Very important to grasp these concepts, to recognize patterns on the fly, right? So you don't have to depend on someone to tell you what's going on in the chart. You can actually look at it real time. Very important to learn these concepts, okay? So double top pattern, like I said, very important that Bitcoin stays away from this breakdown. Otherwise, it's going to drag quite a bit of these altcoins lower. All right, let's come to VRA, see what has been going on in this market. All right, so talked about this last time. VRA broke out of this bigger falling wedge on this weekly time frame. That was quite some time ago, okay? Broke out. Measure move was about 1.2 cents area. Broke out in June. It didn't do anything for almost 3 months, right? That's what I'm talking about here. Measure moves, you just really have to take it with a grain of salt because it just depends on what type of market you're in, right? I've seen in the bull markets where these measure moves get crushed by the bulls, right? That's where you're getting the crazy spikes in prices and crazy pumps. But right now we're in a very iffy market, okay? So you're gonna, we've seen quite a bit of altcoins like this break out of a falling wedge and then don't do anything for a while and then suddenly get some price action, okay? In this case, same thing, all right? 3 months, hasn't done anything, finally broke to about 0.72 cents area, okay, before getting rejected right now. So let's come down to the daily time frame and see what could be happening. Also want to add that this breakout is still active, in my opinion, because it is still above this falling wedge pattern. So it is still, this measure move is still active, okay? Not going to say that it's going to be an automatic drive to that price, to that measure move again, okay? Now, let's come down to the daily time frame, which I think I've talked about this on the 4-hour time frame last time, okay? You guys can refer back to my previous video. 4-hour time frame, there was a falling wedge. Measure move was about 0.63 cent area. Price action broke out of this falling wedge. Went as far up as about 0.59 cents area. Now let's go ahead and remove these trend lines so we can get a clearer look on what's happening here, because this price action obviously did break down. So that breakout no longer is active, okay? It went kind of partially to its measure move. All right, could we get any kind of pattern going on here? This looks like a bigger falling wedge, which seems to be a very common theme in this type of market. Probably looks more valid on the 4-hour time frame. All right, so right now, 4-hour time frame, again, falling wedge, right? Bigger one. Let's see what's up here. Measure move. Let's just say it breaks out at the end of this pattern. If this pattern stays intact, because it could still break down, even though it usually breaks to the upside. Measure move would be about 0.58 cent area. That would be if you break out at the end of this pattern. Okay. Of course, if it breaks out sooner, then you're gonna move this measurement up along this upper trend line here. You're gonna get a higher measure move, and if it breaks down, then you're gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to come back and rechart this, and we can talk about this later again. I hope you guys would learn how to rechart these patterns on your own as well. Then you can compare charts with me on the next update. Now, if you guys want to continue seeing VRA, do like, subscribe, and comment on this video. If enough of you guys want to see this, I will bring you guys an update. Okay. Do you want to note that there is some bullish divergence on this 4-hour time frame as well? That's basically where you're seeing a lower low on the price action chart, a lower or equal low on the price action chart, but you're seeing an equal or higher low on the RSI. Okay. That is called bullish divergence. It usually signals that the bears are running out of are exhausted. Okay, so do the bulls take over? Not always. Okay, and a lot of this is going to depend on Bitcoin, of course. Now let's take a look into some key price levels, key resistances for this coin to break back above in order to get to the upside here, okay? Which would be the smaller falling wedge here, the measure move, 0.58 cent area, as well as the bigger falling wedge there, which is pretty long shot right now, right? Okay, so daily 21 SMA, that's going to be about 0.48 cents area. That's going to be your immediate resistance, okay? Daily 200 SMA, 0.49 cents area, very close to the daily 21. They might even intersect by then. We have the 3-day moving averages kind of still underneath the price action right now, acting as support. This closes in about 6 hours. So want to see where this 3-day candle lands, right? But right now, in my opinion, it's still support until you get a solid candle close underneath the 3-day 50 and the 3-day 21. Okay, the gray and the blue line here. The orange line here is the 3-day 200 SMA, which is about 0.7 cent area. Okay, now you guys can repeat this exercise for the weekly, monthly, or whatever time frames you guys are interested in. Okay, and you guys can also refer back to past trading history for key supports and resistances based on whatever time frames you guys are interested in as well. I am mainly interested in the higher time frames for the most part, from daily time frame to the monthly time frame. That is just me. That's just how I work. Okay. Now let's come over here and take a look into what supports do we have underneath this price action. Okay, we have quite a bit because we haven't gotten a candle close underneath quite a bit of these moving averages here. Okay, so we have the daily 50 SMA right underneath us at about 0.44 cents area, the gray line here. 3-day 21 SMA, 3-day 50 SMA at about that 0.44 to 0.46, 0.44 to 0.45 cents area. Like I said, if we don't get a candle close beneath those, I still consider them as supports, okay? And you guys can repeat the same thing for the weekly, monthly timeframes, or whatever timeframes you guys are interested in. So those are going to be some key supports and resistances to be looking out for. Of course, can't emphasize enough, it's going to depend a lot on Bitcoin. Overall, the crypto markets, in my opinion, still looks bullish until Bitcoin gets that breakdown of that weekly time frame there. 24.7K. Then I'm going to be flipping my opinion fully, okay? What I'm doing in this market is I still am holding some spot longs on quite a bit of altcoins. but I am trading the market both ways since we are in a tight range for Bitcoin. Okay. I am telling you this in the perspective of a short-term trader. You guys let me know what you guys are doing in this market. Let me know if you guys are holding, trading in the comments. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you very much.